Here we have a 1997 Volvo D10M City Bus Mark IV East Lancs Pioneer 88 seat belted double deck bus. Now, what I'm going to do before we sort of start looking at the vehicle is tell you a little bit of history about these. There are very few side radiator Volvo city buses Mark IV chassis built. These were part of a batch of 10 new to Nottingham City Transport, 5 with high back coach seats, 5 with bus seats. When the 5 with bus seats came out of service, they all ended up in Preston more or less. Redline had some, and I had 2 at Focus. I reseated mine with high back 3-point belted coach seats. The reason I did that is that these vehicles not only have the good old B10M chassis, but they have a high speed 5-speed ZF fully automatic gearbox and will sit on the limiter at 62 mile an hour on the motorway. Now, at the time, these were the best deckers you could buy because they ticked every single box. And believe me, if you don't need DDA compliant deckers, these are the buses for you. But believe me, they are rarer than rocking horse poo. The only bits of damage I've seen is on the back corner. I did spot just a little bit of bubbling just come back here, just around the emergency door hinge and up the panel, and obviously wheel arch is always the first, but to be honest, other than that, and we've got to bear in mind that East Lancs at the time was using Alatwice construction. These things, considering they are now 22 years old this year, are immaculate. There's another bit of a dink on the front corner, and on this one that's about it. Now, I've been involved one way or another with Redline Travel since 1995. I took my first ever coach into Europe for them. I've been involved with the Nuttall family for years, so I know what the standard is here, and it's high. This vehicle over the years will have wanted for nothing. As I said earlier, there's 88 seats in this vehicle, fitted with lap belts. They were retrimmed about 3 years ago. There's 39 seats down here. They're all forward facing. No sort of side facing seats or anything like that, rear facing seats. As we head upstairs, with 51 seats up here. Again, retrimmed about 3 years ago. The rear seat was trimmed in vinyl rather than moquette. Very tidy, very serviceable. Now, we've had heavy rain here for the last 2 days. You only have to look out the windows. I've just had them bladed and they're already steaming up. This, all here, dry as a bone. Okay, there's no obvious signs of water ingress. Up here, the floor's still good and solid. And if you need lots of seats with seat belts on a good, strong, reliable chassis that can do reasonable distance private hires as well. You know, when we were running these, Alton Towers, Chester Zoo, Birmingham, we never even balked at it because we knew underneath it was a good old Mark IV B10M. Standard B10M driver's cab. You can see obviously these vehicles are tackled. They're wired for CCTV. I will point out that the one thing that is being removed is the LED destination display. They will be removed prior to sale. I don't think you'll get a better tree deflector than that. It does look like it's possibly going to war. You know, it could have, you know, made an appearance in Mad Max with that thing on. But joking apart, I can spew enthusiasm about these vehicles because I know exactly where they came from, what they've done, and how many boxes they tick. The only thing they aren't is DDA or wheelchair accessible, which not everybody needs. So if you're looking for lots of seats, fast, in good condition, it's right in front of you. This 1997, with a choice of two, by the way, 1997 Volvo D10M Mark IV City Bus with an Eastlands Pioneer body that seats 88 with lap belts. The price of this vehicle, £14,950.